My ex said, "No woman will ever top me," so I made sure she worked under me. When I was 23, I dated a girl named Tessa. She was smart, magnetic, the kind of person who could command a room by just existing. She worked in marketing, dressed like confidence, and I was finishing my master's and doing side gigs teaching coding. We were opposites that looked good together for a while. In the beginning, she'd brag about me. "He's brilliant. He could automate your whole office before lunch." Then little things changed. When my contract work slowed, she started saying stuff like, "You're too nice people get walked on," or "You're smart but not ambitious smart." It sounded playful until it didn't. The breakup happened at her promotion party. She toasted herself, laughed that I could finally say I dated someone successful. I swallowed pride with champagne bubbles and said nothing. Later, when I congratulated her alone, she smiled and said, "Face it, Jake, no woman will ever top me." I left before dessert. For months, I replayed that line like a broken record. It didn't make me angry, just I took more freelance gigs, burned through nights building small automation tools for companies that couldn't afford software engineers. Word spread. One of my tools went viral online when a TikTok business guru reviewed it. Within a year, I was drowning in clients, so I made a company. Tiny team of 3 at first, living off coffee and optimism. 2 years later, it wasn't tiny anymore. A few million in revenue, proper offices, payroll, HR, the whole scene. One morning, HR forwarded me a batch of new applicants for a project management opening. Guess whose resume sat there? Tessa Brooks. I actually laughed out loud. Same graduation date, same job history, same bullet point bragging. Developed campaigns, increasing revenue by 40%. The resume didn't mention being untoppable. I told HR to schedule the interview. She showed up 5 minutes early, hair shorter, energy sharper, didn't recognize me right away. I traded thrift store hoodies for suits that fit. We went through the formal questions until halfway in, when she blinked and said, "Wait, Jake?" "Hey, Tessa." Her face flushed. "You own this company?" "Yeah." Small world. The silence after that could have powered the lights. She stumbled through the rest, clearly flustered. At the end, I said, "You're talented. No question. There's just one concern. Teamwork. Some people struggle working under others." Her eyes flickered. She gave a tight smile. "I've matured a lot since then." I smiled back. "I can tell. We hired her, not out of spite, strictly business. She was good, and professionalism is its own revenge." For 6 months, we barely interacted. She reported to my operations manager. She did great work, hit deadlines, stayed polite, until one afternoon she stopped by my office, closed the door, and said quietly, "You were right to hire me." I looked up, confused. She added, "Guess you've finally found a woman who could work under you." Then she laughed, really laughed, the first genuine laugh I'd heard from her in years. I just said, "It's crazy what humility does for ambition." We both smiled awkwardly and let the moment end there. Now, 2 years later, she's one of our best project leads. We don't mention the past, but sometimes, in meetings when she presents a perfect campaign, she'll glance toward my seat at the head of the table and smirk. It's not flirtation, it's acknowledgement. We both know what it took to get here. People ask if I hired her for revenge. The truth? No. Revenge would have been turning her down. This is better, because the real win isn't proving someone wrong. It's growing enough to prove them irrelevant, then giving them a job anyway.